Yo. What's going on, man? Today is May the 11th, 2023. It's your boy Chris, and this is the ChrisBeCappinn NBA show live on Twitter. I'm also live on YouTube as well. Took a couple extra minutes, man. I was kind of contemplating going back and forth all day, just in my head what I wanted to do with this Celtics and this Philadelphia 76ers game today, man. And finally, took a little cat nap, wanted to sleep on it just a tad bit. Just real quick cat nap, made up my mind and put the plays out in the YouTube for the YouTube chat. So wanted to get those out real quick, but we here now, man. Do me a favor as you guys join, hit the like button for me. Greatly appreciate it, especially if you guys are enjoying the content, enjoying the shows every day. And let's go ahead and jump into it. As we always do. Oh yeah, text your girlfriends, text your coworkers, your cousin. Make sure you tell them the ChrisBeCappinn NBA shows on. Tell them to tune in and make some money. Speaking of making money, real quick recap of yesterday. 2-0 day yesterday. So glad I'm staying away from that Miami Heat and New York Knicks series because I did want to take Miami to go ahead and close that series out yesterday, even though it did not happen. It's just funny how basketball works because, when I came on yesterday, I talked about the Knicks, playing a perfect game in game number 4. They looked really good in game 4. They just couldn't rebound the basketball. Like the Knicks just literally could not get a rebound. Offensive rebound after offensive rebound. But yesterday they were able to control the boards. I think they won the boards battle 50-38 or 36 or something like that. Jalen Brunson had an insane game. Shout out to him. All props go to Jalen Brunson for what he did last night, playing the entire game. I think if Thibodeau could have him out there right now on the court, he'd still be playing. Nobody on the court, just Thibodeau. So shout out to Tibbs. Shout out to the boys for getting it done yesterday. Like I said, I stayed away from that game. But I did cash 2 plays in the last game. And I talked about, I've been the Lakers and Golden State series been real good to me, man. I made a lot of money on this series, and it feels good. Not to get too much into it, but even betting against my team last night, man, you got to know your team. You got to know when to take them, and know when to fade them. And this series has been good to me, man. Golden State -6, I gave it out as soon as the line became available, and the Lakers won Game 5. So we got a good number there, even though they cashed the late number as well. And I talked about the Lakers team total going under 108.5. Golden State played at a really fast pace. So this next game, I know the total is dropping already, but if Golden State gets a chance to play at that pace again and the Lakers don't dictate the pace, it's going to be a difficult game for the total to stay under. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Lakers can control the pace, if they can, somehow get to the free throw line, play through the post, not turn the ball over. I think they, have the chance to swing back the momentum and take control of the series. But Golden State started the game off at a frenetic pace last night. You see them just flying up and down the court, trying to, beat the Lakers down the court. And they're doing a really good job of that, trying to take advantage of their speed because the Lakers have, a few bigger guys. So 2-0 day yesterday. Like I said, Golden State cashed, and then the under for the Lakers team total also got there as well. But we got 2 games today. So let's break them down real quick. Let's talk about them. So went back earlier when I got a chance and kind of watched what happened in Game 6, in Game 5, I'm sorry, for the Celtics. And if you go back and just look at the numbers, man, watching the game as well, they just literally could not make a shot. It almost felt like for me anyway, it felt like the 76ers had their best game of the season. And the Celtics had their worst game of the season. The Celtics team, they were missing shots that they typically make. And on the opposite side, you see Boston. You see the 76ers just, have an elite performance where they just all, everybody kind of put it together in that starting lineup. You're not going to get a big, major contribution on the offensive end from a guy like PJ Tucker, but everybody else stepped up, man. Tobias Harris had double-double with 16-11. Joel Embiid had 33 and 7. He controlled the pace. He talked about it in the post game as well. And then, Maxey chipped in with 30, and it hurt my soul to watch Maxey go for 30 because I just gave Maxey out at home in Game 4, and I had allotted him to 30, but he chose to do it on the road. James Harden, really good job of facilitating when he needed to, and then playmaking when he needed to as well. Hitting shots, 4 for 8, low volume, but he had 17 points, extremely efficient. He was a plus 10 assists to go with 8 rebounds. And then you got Daniel House Jr. coming off the bench as well with 10 points, just kind of throwing him out there in the fire, and he performed well. Can Philly do it again today? I think that they potentially can. I do think that they can. But I like Boston chances today, man. I just think that it has to be some regression to the mean. Boston shot the ball. They shot 31% from the field. And, that's not going to cut it. You look at, and I lost a lot of money on this game because I had took Boston in 3 different ways and lost every single bet. And today I'm back on Boston in 3 different ways again. So if they lose, it'll be the last time they hurt my pocket, hurt my heart a little bit. But if they win, we'll see what happens in Game 7. So Tatum, 11 for 27 in the last game. He's really struggled to score, even though he had 36 points. Just hasn't been efficient at all. Al Horford couldn't throw a rock into the ocean, even if he was standing, right where the seashells was at on the beach. This dude shot 0 for 7 from the field. All of them was threes. Couldn't make one of them. Marcus Smart also just 2 for 7, even though he finished with 14 points. Derek White has been historically bad throughout this series. I'm not 100% sure why he can't get it going. And then, Brogdon also off the bench. He had been having a pretty good series, only 7 points for him. So I just see the regression, man. I'm at, the stage where, to me, it kind of feels like I'd rather, do it. The big question is, do you trust Boston with their backs against the wall? And the answer for me is yes. I do trust Boston with their backs against the wall. They've been one of the better first half teams in the NBA throughout the season, throughout the off a loss in tight games with 2-point spreads, whether they're favorites or whether they're dogs, and in elimination games as well. They're 3-1 in elimination games going back to last season. They beat the Bucks twice, they beat the Heat once, and of course they lost to Golden State when they were down in that series in the finals. So battle tested. The only thing that's really changed is Ime Udoka, and I think that push come to shove, they may just not listen to what the guy has to say today and to get the job done. So I took Boston, man. I just feel like they'll be winning the game at the end of the first quarter. I feel like they'll be winning the game at the end of the first half, and then who knows what happens in the second half. But I do think they come out and set the tone. I don't think it's going to be as easy for Philly to replicate the level of success that they had. Just the shot making. I know it's going to be difficult for them to do in Philly. But that's the way I kind of see the game. So I took Philly. I took Boston first quarter, first half on the spread, which is only half a point. So minus 0.5, just for them to have the lead at the end of the first quarter. Feel free to take the money line if you guys want. It wasn't that much of a difference, as far as price. And then I also took Philly on the money line. Minus 136 is what I got at. Widely available on FanDuel, on Hard Rock, on Unibet. You can get really good numbers there. So I think there is a Game 7, and I think it's probably this game. So those are that's the short analysis. I also shared the trend earlier on my page. These teams that are road favorites in Game 6s after losing Game 5s. Those teams are 8-2 straight up, 80%, 7-3 against the spread. They're winning those games by average of 5 points. The last team that was in this position was the Celtics. It was last year. They beat the Heat by 4 points. They're also on the list for 2020, where they beat the Raptors as well. So yeah, I'm on the Celtics today, man. I'm on the Celtics. Might have to live and die on this island by myself. And I'm cool with that. A lot of people want to fade Philly, want to fade Boston today, and that's cool. I'm just going with my gut in this one. So Celtics for me today. As far as the total, not going to touch it just because I feel like it's extremely low. If the Celtics can make shots and control the pace of the game, then it's going to go over in my estimation. If the Sixers control the flow of the game, I think it goes under. But I do think we see some regression, right? Typically, as the series goes on, I typically like to look towards the under more so than look towards the over because there's only so many adjustments you can make. So pace typically slows down. It becomes a little more harder to score. So I want to look towards the under. The total already dropped. And I've already been wrong on two of the totals. Two of the totals kind of crept over the number in the last 2 games, with the most recent one going to Game 4 going to overtime, and Game 5 I didn't play the total at all, but I played the Celtics team total to go over. Today I'm just on the Celtics. I don't care what the score is. It could win 51-49, or they could win 123-119. I think the Celtics, if you like the Celtics, take the over. If you like the Philadelphia 76ers, take the under. even though historically the Celtics defense have, when their backs are against the wall, they're 4-0 to the under if you look back at last season. So um, that's the way I chose to play the game. I'm not touching the total. From a player prop perspective, I'm going back to, Mr. Reliable, Mr. Marcus Smart. I did play his points, rebounds, and assists over 21.5. And this one's a very simple cap for me as well. He's not just that he's 5 for 5 in the series and they just won't adjust the number, and he's hit it every single game so far. But also, like I'm rolling with the dog. I think Marcus Smart is a real dog. I think, if I got to pick somebody to trust on this team, we've seen Tatum have 1 for 10 shooting games and not be able to get it going. We've seen if Jaylen Brown was for some reason to have a bad game today, I don't think you can blame the series on him, given how well he's performed in this series specifically. So give me Marcus Smart, man. I like Marcus Smart over his 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. We know he's going to be out there. We know he's going to, play his full allotment of minutes. So barring any injury, I'd really like to play Marcus Smart over 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So 4 plays for me, all half unit plays. I put a half unit on the first quarter spread, half unit on the first half spread, half unit on the money line for the Boston Celtics. Beantown today, baby. And also Marcus Smart over 20.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So that's what I like in the first game. I'm gonna make the second one real quick because I feel like we done seen this movie before, man. So we got the Nuggets and the Suns. Suns are now laying 2 points. The number just keeps coming down. They open as 3.5-point favorites. The number's down to 2 now, like I said. Total sitting at 226. The last game did go under. We saw the Nuggets play some pretty elite defense. They got out and ran in transition to kind of start the game. I think they had 17 fast break points early. And then the Suns kind of battled back in the second quarter before the Nuggets kind of took over, smashed them in the third quarter. This game does already have Mr. Aiden ruled out. It also has Jamal Murray listed as questionable with an illness on the opposite side. So 2, big injuries. I didn't see a number for Landale earlier, Jock Landale, when I was looking for player props. But you would have to think that the books would probably overprice him just because of how many minutes he's going to be anticipated to get today. So I'm not necessarily, looking towards his player prop, even though that's the only way I feel like I could be able to look. The Nuggets are not as great on the road defensively. I think we all kind of know that. The last time Devin Booker and Kevin Durant were at home in Game 4, it took a heroic performance from Devin Booker, specifically in that third quarter where he kind of just picked all of Phoenix up and put him on his back. And then, the Nuggets started to make an adjustment in the fourth quarter, and people were watching the game. They started double teaming him to get the ball out of his hands. He was swinging that thing to Landry Shamet in the left corner, and I think all of his threes came from the left corner. He hit 4 threes in the fourth quarter, 5 total for the game, and they were able to get the win. That being said, I don't know if that performance can be replicated tonight. I'm not ready to bet against the Suns, but I also feel like the Nuggets could potentially put this game away. I know people are high on the Nuggets. If you bet them every single game this series, you're up. But I don't look at the game like that. I don't take a team just because I like them every single game. Last game I gave out Nuggets 4.5 as soon as the spread opened. I can't do it that easily today. So I think it's more of a live betting spot for me. But if I'm looking at the game before it actually starts, I think you got to look at Jokic, man. I think you have to look at Jokic. I would specifically be looking at Jokic points plus rebounds. I think the number is 43.5. As I was kind of capping it earlier, it was getting juiced to the over. I think it was open at like minus 115, and now I saw it all the way down to like minus 128. But Jokic, the dude just had 50 points in Game 5. If you think the Nuggets defense is going to struggle, which they typically do a lot more on the road than they do at home, you have to look at Jokic. He's going to have the ball in his hands so much at a time. I mean, he's averaging about 25 shots per game. His points prop sitting at 30.5, but he continues to either, be right at 30 or, just go out there and get you a 50 ball as well. We know that role players don't typically play as well on the road. So it might just be Jokic tonight, especially pending the news with Jamal Murray. So that's how I kind of see the game. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, no way I could talk you guys off of those props at all. I will say Mike Malone, is expecting a little bit more defense to be played. I think Devin Booker had 15 fast break points, 15 transition points by itself in game number 4 before they went back to Denver for Game 6. And I know he'd be pissed if that happened again today. Not saying that Devin Booker can't do that, but I think that they've, kind of figured it out. You kind of figured it out. Denver is the Suns are, really a two-man team in my estimation. TJ Warren had a pretty big second quarter. He had a couple big buckets in the second quarter specifically. But I mean, if you're relying on guys named Campaign, best of luck to you, man. Best of luck to you. So yeah, the Nuggets are the better team. They're the deeper team, especially when Chris Paul's injured. Now DeAndre Ayton goes down as well. So the Suns, they could have some historic performance tonight. But if I'm betting the game, I'm taking the Nuggets probably just on the money line at plus money. But it's not anything that I played. May just watch this one and take it live. Player prop wise, I didn't play anything. But if I'm playing anything, I mean, the answer is obvious. It's Jokic. I'm looking at his points. I'm looking at his points plus rebounds. No, he had a poor rebound performance. He only had 4. I consider that an outlier. I don't think that he has another rebound game where he has 4. So that's how I kind of see the games going. No play on the total for me, just because the Suns are a pretty poor defensive team at home, but they score better. On the road, they typically struggle to score. Kevin Durant doesn't, he isn't as efficient. The role players don't play as well. So that's how I kind of see the total. Send me a request if you guys got anything. I'm not playing the total. If I am playing the total, I think it could be one of those games where the first half goes over, then the second half goes under, because I can see this total going under, but I'm scared to take it just because Phoenix is 4-1 to the over at home in the playoffs. The only game that went under was one of the games against the Clippers, and I think that was one of the games that Kawhi didn't even play. So their defense has not been great at all. The Nuggets will, I think, try to get out here and play with pace again also. So that's how I kind of see the game going. I'm not touching the total at all. Let me go through the comment section real quick, and then we'll get to some of the speakers. What up, Wayne? What up, Sean? Capper Taylor said, "What's up, everyone? Ready to cash it with Chris? Heard the phrase somewhere. Let's go." I don't even know what phrase you're talking about. What up, Scotty? Scotty says, "Shout out to Dream. Man, those YouTube videos are fire, bro." So Dream getting some love. About to bring him up right now. Bring up Frag as well. Bring up Game as well. Justin says, "Love seeing more than 10 likes already. We ain't live now." So okay, yeah, run it up, man. Hit the like button. What up, Fremont? Scotty says Robert Williams is starting now. Yeah, so if you guys don't, so I listened to a couple people probably heard me when I call in. Sometimes I call in and talk to Brian Scalabrine in the morning when I'm listening to Sirius XM radio, NBA Today with him and Frank Isola. And he was talking about that this morning. He said that they'll probably go. He'll be surprised if they didn't go to the 2 big lineup with Robert Williams and Al Horford. So that's going to be an adjustment. I think their defensive rating does go up, which will make me look towards the under even more. But I don't really want to touch the total in the game. Also, when you have Robert Williams and Al Horford in the game, you kind of, it's a guy that's going to be out there that kind of doesn't space the floor as well, Robert Williams, because typically when the Celtics play, they can kind of put a shooter in every corner and let one player kind of play one-on-one. So that also probably lends to an under type game as well. Robert Williams is still one of the better defenders, but he'll have his hands full with Jokic, with Embiid, if they put him on him. And Al Horford, man, Al Horford looks terrible. Al Horford should honestly probably retire. If he goes over 7, they should void his contract. I'm just kidding. But yeah, he looked terrible in that last game. Let me see. Let's see if y'all got any plays. Fremont's with me. He said he liked the trifecta on the Celtics today. Let's do it. I like it. Troy says, "Chris, wanted to chime in and give you a prop. I love your approach. Keep killing it." All right. Coop says Boston losing game 1 and game 5 put them in a position that's hard to get out of. Interesting to see what happens tonight. I'm there with you as well. Scotty says Harden hurt his soul not getting that triple-double last game. Got to water the triple-doubles down too, Scotty. Water them joints down just a tad bit. Take the 8 and 8 just so you can get some profit for sure. Let's see. All right. Boston is stressful, but I feel like they can pull it out. Team total over 105.5. I like it. Celtics starting Horford and Rob Williams tonight. They will emphasize defense, defending the pick and roll, entry pass to Joel. I would agree with that, Troy. Yeah, Celtics money line. If I said that wrong, definitely Celtics money line is what I meant. Celtics trifecta for me. So first quarter in the spread, second quarter, not second quarter, first half, and I just took the money line. I didn't lay the 2.5. Too much stress already betting on them. I don't need them to have to win by margin. A bucket is good enough for me, especially if you watch how they ended game 4, giving up the 3 when they was up by 2. Just So yeah, home dogs in Game 6 off a win since 2010, 2-11 against the spread. We fading Philly. I gotta look that up, Troy. That's a hell of a query. Home dogs in Game 6 off a win. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. I'm not gonna stop the show though. I am gonna look that up though. Let's see. Tatum finna go get the Jordan whistle tonight. I don't know about that. Tatum been looking like trash, but each game is his own entity, so we'll see. Let's see. Chris, you like KD 10 boards tonight? If they're gonna play defense, then maybe somebody got to get the rebounds, but with no Aiden. I mean, that was at least one thing he was good for. So yeah, I couldn't talk you off, but not a play for me. Let's see what else. Embiid and Hart. Robert Williams is starting. Embiid's gonna get double. Hart forcing him to pass. All right, cool. Smart over 12.5 points. Sir Goat said he on that. Embiid 6 assists. Harden 4 threes is plus 2,100. Best of luck to you if you're taking that. And Coop says if Murray's out, Bruce Brown PRA could be a look. That's a hell of a play, Coop. He's coming off the 25-point game. Role players typically don't play as well on the road. Reminds me a little bit of Lonnie Walker, but Bruce Brown is a little more proven than Lonnie Walker is at this stage in his career. So I would absolutely be looking at that as well. Bruce Brown, he's a Swiss Army knife for this team. He does a little bit of it all. So could not talk you off Bruce Brown if Jamal Murray is ruled out. Coop, I like that look a lot. All right, let's get to the guys while I look this trend up real quick. Dream, we're gonna start with you, and then we're gonna kick it to Frag. What's up, Dream? Talk to me.
My guy, do me a favor. Go to Frag first. I'm trying to look at these numbers for this last little blunt money bet.
Okay, my guy Dream said he's still putting in bets. I like it, Dream. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Do your thing. Frag, what's going on, man? How you?
Yo, Chris, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, bro. How about yourself?
Good, man. Can't complain. So, not too major day. Didn't go down money yesterday. Didn't go up either. Jordan Poole 9.5 got there, but the 15 was pain, man. He took 15 shots. He couldn't get 15 points. So that was kind of hurtful. But it is what it is. So a couple drinks. I only have one play locked in. It's actually a little parlay actually for like half a unit, a little less than half a unit. And this is just strictly off of guys who's been costing, man. Derek White, 11.5 points and 1.5 threes under. And Cam Payne, 9.5 points and 1.5 threes under. I'm taking both them bozos under, man. They've been costly. You can see it with the starting lineup. They're switching up the lineups. Maybe Shamit's going to start. Derek White already got put to the bench. And I don't see him coming off the bench first. Brogdon the sixth man. So Derek White might just be in the doghouse. He's been terrible these last couple games, and I just don't see it changing with big game 6. I don't see who he's going to play over. I mean, he's going to play. I assume. I don't think he just gets 0 minutes, but I just think he's cooked. And campaign. The guy stinks. He might not see the court today. I'm not gonna lie. He might not see the court. He's a liability on defense. We're talking about D-Lo defense and these other guys. I mean, Campaign's defense is terrible, man. So, Derek White can maybe possibly get there, but I'm going to take a chance. I don't like what I've been seeing from him. And like I said, the minutes, we just seen Tibbs play Jalen Brunson 48 minutes. I know it's Tibbs, but I'm sure the Celtics guys are, I don't think they're going to want to come off the court. And especially if Derek White's stinking it up, he will get yanked early. So that's just something I locked in for like a little less than half the unit. Just guys who've been costing, man, honestly.
Okay, what was the number one campaign for?
8.5 and then 1.5 threes under. It's like plus 450, around like 400 if you combine all four of those. Or you can just take them all straight. I just think the guys stink, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, man.
So Fred, my question for you is: Did you parlay the two? Not the two players, but did you play 4 separate bets, or did you play Derek White under 11.5 points with his under 1.5 threes as well, or did you?
Yeah,
you did.
I combined all 4 of those campaign points under 3, Derek White under 3, and his points. They just, they getting packed up, man. Them packed up guys. They done. They gonna have to prove it to me, man. I'll take a chance.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been watching. It's not something I just cooked up,
Right. No. I know. Yeah, no, I know you ain't coming on here with no fugaziness, Frag. I understand and I totally get it. I think I was watching the post game interview with Doc. I watched it with Doc too, with Missoula, and they was asking him why he bought in Peyton Pritchard, and he said he was just looking for, some different energy, some different effort. Yeah, and so that was my point, Fred. He could potentially slide in and get some of those Derek White.
Still Derek White minutes, he just gets benched completely.
No. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. What I'm saying is that in these elimination games, when the treads start hitting the road or whatever they're saying is, it get a little thin. Your minutes can get a little thin too if you're not producing. A la Josh Hart yesterday. Josh Hart pick up those fouls, and he found himself in Tibbs' doghouse. Over there looking for a bone. So back against the wall. The coach, especially Mazzulla, he potentially the worst coach left in the playoffs, especially the one with the least experience. He is going to, if he can put his pride to the side, he gonna have to, pull out all the tricks. He might call somebody from the show today to see if they can come in at halftime if things not going well. So, potential for this to get out of hand. And Derek White, if he's not, it's crazy because Derek White has been playing so well, and all of a sudden he's a stinker, like you said, Frank. But the minutes get short. Coaches start to panic. They kind of already are sitting around at breakfast saying to themselves, well, this player is a minus, 5, minus 20 in his last, 3 games when he's in, or yada, yada, yada. Like what, how long of a rope do we want to give him? So I think the coaches already know, like how much time they want to give him. So I say all that to say that, Derek White under maybe a little more in play, I feel like, than Campaign. Just because Campaign's at home. He does stink. Now, don't get me wrong, but Campaign is at home, and they're going to need, a little bit more firepower. But I like both, right? I couldn't talk you off. Campaign just running around out there. He just doing cardio with that headband on.
He's just, like I said, I've been watching, so I'll take a chance. Nothing crazy. Like I said, like less than half a unit, so nothing that if they hit, I'm not losing sleep over. But I definitely, I like the look on it for sure. That's why I played it. So
yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Real quick, going back to Troy Torrance in the chat, man. The query that he gave out is accurate. He said since 2010, home dogs coming off a win that are in game 6 of a series are 2-11 straight up and against the spread. They're getting smashed too. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm gonna share my screen real quick just so you guys can see. Just so you guys can see this. And it's not to say that it's gonna happen tonight, but I like to find support like this when I'm looking at, when I'm having strong plays. So this is just looking at home dog coming off a win in game 6, specifically since 2010. And you guys can see here. Let me zoom out just a tad bit. You guys can see here the string of losses consistently. Looks like the last team that won was the Nuggets when they beat the Clippers back in 2000 and well, never mind. The Clippers beat the Jazz in 2021, and before that, the Nuggets beat the Clippers. So yeah, it's a pretty strong trend towards taking the road favorite. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens tonight. You had anything else, right?
Yeah, I got just like a quick little joint with the lineup with the Celtics. You think with Rob Williams starting and stuff, you think that kind of maybe is going to affect maybe Al Horford's threes with they might put. What do you think about that? Like, Joel should be on Rob Williams down there with the for the rebounding. So who do you think they're gonna put on Al Horford? You think they just put like Maxey on him and just like, or I don't know, what you think about that?
Potentially.
I was kind of I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at Al Horford's threes ladder. I'm looking at it real hard. It's just it could be the last hoorah for them. So I might as well just go out swinging. The shots he was getting, man, them drunks was wide open, man. He was just bricking crazy. So
yeah, I think mixing that lineup up is going to change it up a little bit today, though, Fred.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to figure out what it's like, how it's going to look. Like, I don't think he might not get the same looks, as he did.
I don't think that he will, honestly. I really don't think that he will, bro. Just because Robert Williams, when you got in Robert Williams, you can kind of roam, and that's what they're going to want Embiid to do. Because if we remember in game 1, Boston dominated points in the paint, even though they lost that game. And in every single game since Joel Embiid's come back, Boston points in the paint score have dropped every single game because he's such a good rim protector, which leads me to, I think somebody gave it out, and I don't know if Dream was going, it might have been Dream. I don't know if Dream was going to say it again, but Joel Embiid, right? I think Dream gave it out, over 1.5 block, over 2.5 steals plus blocks, something that cashed, I think, every single game so far this series. So definitely another, prop look, especially if they, try to kind of leave it all on the floor and they approach this game as a game 7 with intentions to not go back to Boston. I would, definitely be looking at that as well.
Yeah, and then just like two more drinks I'm looking at as well. Maxey 2.5 threes. I think he took 12 last game. Definitely a good look. And then Big Joel, man, 2 threes for Joel's kind of sneaky as well. He's been letting them bitches fly, and now they got Rob Williams on him. He's a 1 foot in the paint, 1 foot out type of guy too. I don't think he's gonna be going out there to guard Joel on the 3-point line. So that could be a kind of just a sneaky look, but nothing official. Just the one the parlay I said. Earlier. That's all I got locked in so far.
Okay. Hey, best of luck, Frank. I appreciate you sharing those looks for sure.
Yep. Thanks, bro.
Absolutely.
One last thing, man. Kyle Lowry, man, Stephen, he out there flopping on Josh Hart, man. Sickening shit, man. Sickening.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Let me come back to Dream and then Game and then get my guy Meech up here as well. Dream, you ready?
Yeah, man. Kyle Lowry be flopping on everybody.
Oh, that's a show. That's what he do though. It's a skill set.
That shit was bullshit, man. 3 fouls from like the air, man. Gotta be more careful around that boy.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Quick recap, man. I went 5-0 yesterday. New day, new money. So my favorite player out of all of them was Max Strus, man. I told y'all boy was gonna shoot 12. I don't know if he shot 12, but next game he on pace for 14. So I'm keep betting some threes. But oh man, one gave assist away from that plus 2,000 I gave out too. So we're gonna try and get it back today. 3 quick plays. Really, like you said to me, I feel like it's a live bet kind of day. See how the teams come out and see where they head at and all that. See if some star players get off the slow starts. But I locked in Nikola over his PRA. Nikola Jokic over 52.5 PRA. All these I'm about to get y'all hit every game in the series, but one. Jokic, he only covered this number. He only failed to cover it 1 game. And that's the game I think he had 5 assists and 24 points. So I locked this in before the news with Murray, before the news with Aiden. But I still I looked and it's still 53.5. So love it. He can cover this number points alone. He already went for 50 once this series. 30, 15, and 10 is not out the realm of possibility for Nikola Jokic. So I just love the line and a must-win game. And now Jock Landale gonna be on him. My goodness. And I haven't seen many double teams. If they double in Jokic, it's just soft double teams. They really letting him cook and just trying to stop the people around him. What I see, so love it. Same game. Nikola 50 PRA and KD 40 PRA. That's on DraftKings minus 105. Both of these got this line every game, but one. KD again, he can cover this with points alone. Even though I don't know what happened to my boy's shot, but maybe he'll find it tonight. But yeah, if you put them PRAs together, 50 and 40, KD and Jokic, minus 105 on DraftKings. Last straight bet, Marcus Smart, over 13.5 points. Somebody said it in the chat. They got 12.5. I said on my video this morning, like, yeah, if you could get that, I would rather pay the juice for it. But at the time of my video, it was like minus 155. So I got minus 102 or plus 102, one of them two. But long story short, like you said, Marcus Smart, a dog. I like betting on dogs. That's the reason why I bet on Brunson last night. When you got a dog in the corner, normally they're going to react out of desperation. So, yeah, give me Marcus Smart. I can see a lot of irrational threes going up for Marcus Smart. I can see a lot of flopping, him getting to the free throw line with Marcus Smart. And, again, he's gone over this number every game in this series except for one. So, love it. A couple blunt money bets. First one, I'm kind of thank y'all for bringing up Big Al, so y'all can swap them out. But I don't believe that. I'm gonna leave it. But my first blunt money bet is 2,300 on FanDuel. Maxey to get 6 rebounds. He's got this in 3 straight games, including like 8 one of those. Al 3 threes and Harden 10 assists plus 2,350. Knowing what I know now, I don't love it as much, just to be honest, but I'm still gonna play it. I like it. That's why I'm giving it out. But the reason why Maxey was getting rebounds was just because Embiid was drawn out of the paint. I'm not sure if it's going to be drawn out of the paint as much with Robert Williams starting, so I don't love his rebounds as much. But who knows? And what I was just researching, I'll get this out, just a little gem I found. So Jaylen Brown to lead the series in points and threes, that's plus 3,500. And Jason Tatum to lead the series in threes is plus 3,500. So we start with the threes first. Right now, the series leader in threes for this series is Brogdon with 17 and Harden with 16. Brogdon could, I think he come off the bench, but if not, he could have 2 bad games, and Harden could be Harden. He could have 5 threes back-to-back, or he could have no threes the rest of the series. It's Harden. Tatum and Brown each have 11 and 12. Tatum has shot terrible from 3 this whole series. I think one of these games is going to have a 5 or 6 3-point game. So if Tatum is 5 behind Harden and 6 behind Brogdon, and you believe this is going 7, I think plus 3,500 is a good value for both. Jaylen Brown actually has 12 threes. That's why I added him. So he has more threes than Tatum. He's even closer. So just to sprinkle something worth betting on instead of just betting the ladders, plus 700. You might be able to get a plus 3,500 if them boys get hot. And I did the points with Jaylen just because the series leader in points is Tatum with 133. Next is Harden with 132. Jaylen has 118, so he's 15 behind Tatum. So, anything can happen. He can have a big. I think tonight is going to be a season or a career-defining game for Jaylen Brown. The free throws, talking real spicy in the media, saying how they do well when the ball goes to him, having these disappearing first quarter or first half. They don't shoot 4 times. So, in a must-win game, I expect him to be uber aggressive. He could go for 40. It's not like he don't be dropping buckets on these boys' heads, and all of a sudden he just stopped shooting. So I don't want to talk y'all ear off. I just think it's a good value. Again, nothing close to a unit. Like I be saying in my videos, just maybe put 1 blunt on this. Maybe not multiple blunts. Just put a blunt on this. And that's what I'm on, man. If you want to get all my plays, they're on my page. If you want to get all my blunt money bets, they're on my page. And in my YouTube video, just search blunt money bets. Appreciate the time, my guy.
Absolutely, Dream. Dream got the looks, man. Definitely check him out. Check him out on YouTube as well. Got his own YouTube page. All his plays posted on his Twitter. Give him a follow on both. I will subscribe to his videos on YouTube and give him a follow as well. Best of luck, Dream. Hope you cash those. Game, you up next, and then Mitch, I'm coming to you. What up, Game?
Hey, Chris. How's it going?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
Fine, thank you. For today, in the Sixers Celtics game, I'm on Joel Embiid over 29.5 points. I think Joel's going to play a lot of minutes. He's going to take a lot of shots. So I'm really maybe nervous about the Time Lord in the starting lineup, but I think he's gonna get a lot of minutes and a lot of shots. I hope he cash. Right now, I see in some books he's on 30.5 points, so the line is moving to my direction. The other pick that I have is Tyrese Maxey unders. I think Celtics is gonna be really locked in the defense. So Tyrese is struggling when the Celtics play strong defense. The other one is Al Horford, the elite shooter. I'm on the over in these trees, 1.5. I took it in the minus 133, and right now is minus 160 in some books. So the market expects some bounce back. Me too. I hope the guy fall down those trees. And the other one is Devin Booker. I'm in the over 31.5. The same thing with Joel. I think he's going to play a lot of minutes like he's been doing right now. And a lot of shots from Booker. And Booker in home is really, really effective.
That's true. So, yeah. Okay. Maxey, Game, you said you was on his under what? Like under what specifically? His points, his PRA?
Points. 19.5.
Under 19.5 points. Okay.
Yeah. Right now he's 18.5 in some books. So yeah, I think he's a good choice.
Okay. Hey, best of luck, man. I hope you catch these, man.
You too, man.
You are up next, Mitch. Talk to the people. What you on today, my guy?
Hey, brother, how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I got a
quick kind of a little builder for around even money. I got Joel Embiid with 2 blocks, and it's sitting around, I think it's around 250, minus 250, and same with Tatum at 1 steal. These guys have both hit this in every game except for one in the series. Embiid's done it in every game in the playoffs except for one. And I think like the gentleman before you said, I think that there's going to be some lockdown tonight and some special effort from the Celtics side. So I think Tatum's going to be able to get that 1 steal, and 2 blocks from Embiid has been routine so far. So that's sitting around minus 102, minus 104, minus 105, depending on what book you get that at. And one quick question: we really think Jamal Murray's not playing tonight, or what do we think the deal is with that? Like,
hey, Mitch, you know how I am, bro. You know me. You know I don't even try to look into it. I have no idea, bro. I have no idea.
I was looking for some pivots, and we know that Joker's gonna have the ball in his hand, a ton, and but there's obviously he's gonna have to take a break sometimes, and I was looking at assists for Aaron Gordon and KCP, and on days that they have played without Jamal Murray, I got Aaron Gordon at 6 assists, 3 assists, 8 assists, 4 assists, 7, 4, 4, 3, and that's every game this season. That's 8 games, and his line's at 2.5 plus 130. He's cleared in every game. We got KCP at 1.5 assists, and he's where did I have that? He's gone 5, 6, 5, and 5 the last 4 games without Jamal Murray. That's sitting around plus 1,500 if you grab the 5. So on Bet365. That's 4 games. 2 of those games, Aaron Gordon was not there. But I think that those assists got to go somewhere. They're moving the ball around, and yeah, those are kind of my style. Don't want to steal the dreams tag there, but those are some blunt money bets, however you want to call it, some pizza money, some beer money bets. Something I think that it's got some ladder potential on both of those guys for assists.
Nice.
Meech, you my guy, man. You can use that. You can use that. It's gonna blow it up. It's just if somebody from the gang not using it. But yeah, you can use it, my guy. I hate when y'all say that. Use it.
And I like the looks, Mitch. I like the looks a lot, man. Yeah, y'all need to follow Mitch too, man. Mitch don't come through here all the time, man. Me and Mitch chop it up all the time. Real good guy, genuine guy. Know his stuff too, man. He bet all the sports, so I would recommend giving my guy Mitch a follow, even though he don't pop in the show all the time. He's always capping sports, all of them too. Mitch be on everything, so shoot my guy Mitch a follow. Appreciate you, Mitch. Let's keep it going. Let's transition to Great White. I think he was up first, and I'm gonna come into my guy Finesse, and then Godspeed. What up, Great White?
What's up, man? Back from vacation.
I love it. Hey, you always on vacation, bro. The books pay you well.
Just good things happening, man. Good things happening.
I like to hear it, man. I like to hear it. What you looking at tonight?
All right, so I've even though I'm on vacation, man, I've been on a 10-play free play 10-win streak right now. So I'm gonna try to make it 11. I'm lined up with Dream. I'm just with a different angle because I know he spoke about Marcus Smart's points. I'm gonna do Marcus Smart over 21.5 PRA.
Me too. Let's go. I like it.
Yeah. So pretty much, he's 5 of 5 in his last 5 road games, hitting this number. And in this series with Philly, he's gone over it 4 times, and the one time that he didn't go over it, it was at 21. So he didn't get it by the hook. And you Dream, this guy's a dog. And if the Celtics want any chance, I think he needs to be a little bit more involved. And you can see how he is on the court. He's always trying to pump everybody up, get in people's face. So I think the offense might flow just a little bit more through him tonight than in previous games. My other one is going to be Nikola Jokic. I don't even know why I said his name, but my fault, bro. Jokic, pretty much over 3.5 rebounds in the first quarter. He's passed this in 7 of his last 10 playoff games. He's going to be going against Landale. I mean, I don't expect Landale to really stop him from grabbing any boards. And the first quarter, Jokic pretty much plays almost the whole first quarter unless he gets into some foul trouble. So I think that should be an easy hit for him. And my last one, I just locked this in right now. It's going to be Joel Embiid over 14.5 rebounds and assists. In his last 6 games versus Boston at home, he's 6 for 6 going over this. And if the 76ers want to close this out, they're going to need a big game from Embiid. Because I think the Celtics are going to bring everything that they got to him tonight, especially since they got both Horford and Williams out there playing more minutes. But those are my 3 plays. But my favorite one is the Marcus Smart play. So lock that in and hope everybody cashes their plays, man.
Absolutely, Great White. Great White's been killing it, bro. Like I be seeing the streak. And I ain't even gonna talk about it too much, Great White, because that's how things come to an end, bro. But I see you've been cashing, man. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. You definitely been killing it in these playoffs. And shoot my guy Great White to follow as well, man. He always coming in the show, positive vibes, giving out free plays, always got analysis to go with it. So if you like him, give him a follow and definitely support as well.
One more thing, because he's not a speaker right now, but I want him to hear me when I say this. Hey, Steph, Knicks going down next game on Friday.
I knew that was coming.
It's done.
I knew that was coming. I knew.
Foster ain't gonna save you guys anymore.
I knew that was coming. Appreciate you, Great White. Let's keep it moving. Finesse, you up, and then Godspeed, I'm coming to you. What up, Finesse?
What's good, bro? How you feeling?
I'm a little nervous, Finesse. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, but I'm all right. How you?
Don't even start with that shit. Okay? we gonna get shit straight right now. Okay. No, I appreciate you, bro. I haven't had no sleep last night, so I apologize if I sound a little loopy and shit. But Chris, listen to me, okay? We've been doing this for a long time, right? You've heard me talk almost every fucking day, whether it's basketball, whatever the fuck the case is. You know I like to be prepared. I got my notes ready, all of that type of shit. This is not one of those games, okay? One game tonight interests me, okay? And you know what the fuck that game is, okay? So we going straight to it. I'm putting the pen and the paper down, and I'm leading with my heart on this one, okay? So you take that for what it is, okay? Again, still some notes on the side, but yeah, we going with it. Play of the decade, you know what I'm saying? Play of the year, okay? Supermax Will Lock Orangutan Play of the Year, okay? The Celtics are winning this fucking game tonight, okay? I don't want to hear anything else besides that. If you want Philly, good luck. The Celtics are winning this fucking game tonight. We are still the better team, in my opinion. We are coming off the worst performance probably of the year in my eyes as a Celtic fan, in one of the most important games of the year. I don't think we go out like that. I don't think tonight, even in Philly, I don't think we're going out like that. So I think we're the better team. We fell behind, in the first half in Game 5. Tried to fight back. We had a lot of runs in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter. We make a run, cut it to 9, 10, 11, and then a string of, we miss wide open shots. So, self-inflicted turnovers and, it kind of balloons back to 17, 18, 19. So we still had our chances despite what the score says. We just got to make our shots. I think a lot. I was watching my boy Josh Punskool earlier, and he said something that is very, very important and accurate, I think, in my mind. We're going to know a lot about this team and how this game is going to go within the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game. If we get 48 minutes of full focus and effort, we win this game. We win about double digits, and we take Game 7 in Boston. That's just how it's going to go. So Celtics -1.5. I got that at -120 on FanDuel. That's my main play for the day. I gave it as a 2-unit play, but full transparency, I have a lot more on that shit. So for the public, it's a 2-unit low play. I have 2 other plays in this game, just both half-unit plays because I'm so heavy on the full game. The second play is going to be Celtics first half. Same kind of cap, completely correlated. Like I just said, I think the early on in this game is going to be super telling to how this game is going to go. I think we start off strong. I would take first quarter as well, but we talk about it all the time. I want to give the guys 24 minutes to work. So the first half, I got it at -0.5. So basically just them to win the half. I really like that as well. Like I said, both correlated. The third play is also correlated as well. Another half unit, Jason Tatum over 44.5 PRA. I think that one is simple, pretty self-explanatory. I think he's going to score 30-plus points. You might ask, why not just take his points? I think he can fall slightly short, 28, 27, 28, 29 points. And I think he can still hit this PRA line. You know, we've seen him get close to 20 rebounds in a series. I think he's going to be super, super active. Part of the reason why I'm so heavy and have so much confidence in the Celtics is I'm expecting positive progression from some of our key players like a Derek White, like a Horford, and like Tatum, right? Tatum's volume has been there. He's gotten off the slow start, still ended with respectable stat lines. He's still averaging 27, 11, and 5 in the series and in the playoffs. So despite what the early starts and the emotions may tell you, he's still playing at an elite level, just not at an elite efficiency level. So I think we get positive progression there. Not mad at the Marcus Smart looks I heard before. I know some people are on Big Al tonight, all of that. Our team runs through Mr. First Team, Mr. Two-time First Team. So, you know, I think that's how the game plays out. So I'm super heavy on my boys. I was disgusted, you know, in Game 5. I would have never thought I would back them again. I thought I would just be watching as a fan, but I think it's a great spot. Trying to put my fandom to the side, I think it's a great spot. I'm expecting us to win. I think we win by 7+. I think it could be a double-digit type of game. So, lead it with my heart. You know what I'm saying? But I think we get it done. I think we push to Game 7. I think we win Game 7. So, heavy on this game for me. Celtic money line. I'm sorry. Celtics -1.5. That's my 2-unit play. Other 2 plays are half units. Jason Tatum over 44.5 PRA, and Celtics first half -0.5 point, bro. So we'll see what it is. No need to be nervous. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. So I appreciate you, bro. And that's all I got.
Let's cash it, Finesse. I'm with you, bro. I just gave it out right before the show. I took the trifecta, Finesse. I took y'all first quarter, first half, and full game. The way I see it, y'all just start the game off, fast. I think bad taste in your mouth. Boston typically bounces back. We've seen them with their backs against the wall last year in Milwaukee. And I know it's a different team. I know they don't got Udoka, but I think this one just on the players, man. I think Tatum got to play better. And I expect the regression like you talked about from the Philly side. So I ain't going to talk about it too much no more. It's on the bottom of the ticker. If people are looking for my plays, I'm on Boston. I did take the only difference between me and Finesse is I took the money line -136 for me. Finesse said he took the -1.5, and I took Marcus Smart over. And those are the only plays that I got today, man. All of them, like I said, half-unit plays for me. Every single one of them half-unit plays. But the first quarter just seemed like I could get burnt again because it's been happening all season. But I'm on it, man. I'm rocking with the Celtics today, man. We on the Celtics. Right back to you, Finesse.
Yeah, that's usually good things. But we both on a green team. And you mentioned something I forgot to mention. We've been in this situation before. 3 years ago, we were the unexperienced team, kind of the underdog team and stuff like that. But we've been in these situations before. You pointed to the Milwaukee series last game. Same type of situation. And, Milwaukee, the way that team was constructed, even without Chris Middleton, I still think they're a better team than Philly is. We were in some tough spots in the Heat series and the Milwaukee series, and we came out and did what we had to do. So that doesn't guarantee us a win, right? Last year, and this year's this year. But we're the experienced team. We listen to these guys talk. We're still hungry. Joe Mazzulla even came out chewing his fucking bubblegum, talking about he's ready for war. You know what I'm saying? So let's hope that's the case. Let's hope we make the right adjustments. And we've been here, done it. So I'm expecting it again.
Okay, let's do it, Finesse. Hey, real quick in the comment section, man. He said, dude said, Sixers are the better team with the best player and the best coach. Celtics fans are delirious. I'm fading the trends, and all you guys going heavy on Boston. And I just tell you to do that, my guy. Like, do it, man. One of us is going to be right. One of us is going to be wrong. If we knew what was going to happen, it wouldn't be a reason for me to make a show. I definitely wouldn't be bringing people up. I just say a sentence, and I'll tell y'all who is going to win, and we jump off here. But we don't, so we talk about it, man. That's all. And I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong, but we'll see how it goes. we'll see how it goes. Just show back up tomorrow as well, because I'm gonna be here whether I win or lose. So I just need you to be here too. Come back to Dream real quick, and then I do want to get to Godspeed because he's been waiting for a minute. What up, Dream?
Yeah, man, real quick, because I want to hear God and Ben. So finesse with that Tatum PRA look. It just I gotta rip off these numbers to y'all real quick. Then I gotta ask both of y'all a question. Hopefully it don't take too long of the show for y'all to answer it. But I ask y'all both a question about the Celtics. All right. First, numbers real quick. Horford, last 4 games, 7, 7, 7, and 8 3-point attempts. Maxey, 6 rebounds, 3 straight games. Harden, 6 rebounds in 5 of the last 6 games. He's covered his assist line 8.5 the last 3 games. Tatum, which correlates directly with PRA. Tatum has had 10 rebounds and 5 assists every game in the series except for one. That's the game he had 17 minutes for foul trouble. Jaylen Brown, over his threes number 2.5, which is like minus 115. He's over that 7 of the last 8 games. And Malcolm Brogdon, 13 plus in 9 to 10 games. Last game was the first time he broke that streak. Booker, 5 rebounds in all the games this series but 1. So those are some good parlay pieces for y'all. Also, I want to ask y'all, I believe that Boston going to win tonight. I'm not betting them, but I believe Boston going to win tonight just because I think the NBA is going to win in Game 7 for Mother's Day, and that's when that will take place. So I believe they win. But my fear with Boston, I just want to know your opinion, like, maybe they don't like each other, man. Like, because they've been underachieving all playoffs. Maybe they don't like the coach. Maybe Jaylen Brown and Tatum don't like each other. Maybe, like, the team is I just want to know how y'all feel about that, man. Because when I watch them, I'll be so frustrated with them. I swear. That's why I said I'm not betting them ever again. Because every time I bet these boys, it'd be like, what are y'all doing? So I just want to know how y'all feel about that.
So I'll go first, and I'll kick it to Finesse. It's gonna be quick for me. So I don't think that they don't dislike each other. I just think that they don't have an alpha, in my opinion, Dream. I just think that, like, they don't have that leader from, like, a score perspective. Like, it's one thing to have a leader like PJ Tucker on your team, like that, from that leadership perspective, but it's different when you got a leader like Kobe, like a verbal leader like that can also hit the game winner. So for me, it's been kind of difficult watching Boston try to put it together for a whole game. Typically, throughout the season, if you watch Boston, they were one of the best first half teams in the league, and then they would kind of almost seem like they were disinterested, kind of take their foot off the gas and, like, give up these leads because they don't necessarily play with the same force, the same intention. They're not as deliberate, in my opinion, in the second half. But I don't think that they want the season to end like this. And I know it's Philly on the other side, and Philly's no easy task. And if I wanted to be square, I'd just say take Philly on the money line. They're at home. They're supposed to win tonight, right? They already won on the road. They're supposed to, cook the boys up and, get them out the way and, sit back and Embiid get his rest and try, figure out when he's going to play against Jimmy Butler. But to me, it's a little bit more difficult to be like, I'm going to take this team to go get a win on the road. So I think Missoula has something to do with it because I don't think they'd be struggling this much, Dream, if they had Ime. And I think, a lot of people probably would agree to that. I think, even the players say that, they like playing under Ime. He was some of their best coach. Some of them said that he was the best coach they ever had. And Tatum went to Duke and played under Coach K. So, that speaks volumes. So I don't think that this team is the same team, but I don't think they go out like this. I don't think they go out like this. So that would be my opinion. Finesse, what you want to chime in on that with?
Yeah, I mean, Dream, I completely agree. As a fan, that tries to watch as much Celtic basketball as I can, I get so frustrated. I talked to Chris about this a lot. It's one thing being a fan of a team who fucking constantly stinks, and you gotta watch that. But knowing what our ceiling is and what our potential is, that's what makes it so frustrating to watch. We shoot ourselves in the foot so much. We hurt ourselves more than anybody else can hurt us, both defensively and offensively. So, we're taking giant steps every single year. We've reached the peak, been to the finals. Every guy on our team has taken steps year after year. So, if guys didn't like each other, we didn't have the chemistry. We wouldn't have been one of the best regular season teams for the past couple of years, and we wouldn't have reached the heights that we've reached. Another note quickly on the coaching. A lot has been set up on Missoula, and coaching is a part of the game for sure, right? I'm not saying otherwise. I think coaching is important. But these coaches ain't strapping up the bootlaces and going out and playing, right? These coaches ain't turning the ball over, bouncing the fucking ball off their foot, or taking fadeaway 3-point shots and shit like that. There's only so much coaching can do. These players have to go out and execute in the biggest moments, despite what the X's and O's say. So, like I said, I do think coaching is important, but I think we can overcome all of that. If we play for 48 minutes fully focused, we're gonna win by double digits. It's just that simple, right? Whether Missoula's a good coach, a bad coach, we're so fucking talented and so deep still that we can overcome that. So, a lot of that is he said, she said, and we just kind of bounce shit off of each other. It's just about X and O's and execution. So, like Chris said, I don't think we go out this way. I think we throw a fucking uppercut tonight. I really do. Leading into Game 7. So, despite how much we may like each other or not, I think we make a statement tonight. So that's just the side I'm on.
Yeah, for sure. Gray White, coming back to you real quick, and then I'm gonna kick it to Godspeed. I want to get Ben's comments as well. What up, Gray White?
No, I was just gonna add. I'm aligned on the Celtics also. That's one of my VIP plays. So I'll just since we're talking about it, I'll give that out for free as well. That's the Celtics money line. That's a max play for me tonight.
Oh.
Yeah. And
a max unit great will play.
Yeah, max unit. Yeah, bro. Just like Finesse, I'll admit if I know we were talking about the coach, but if Udoka was coaching the game tonight with that Celtics team, I'd probably be putting more than my usual max amount. But since Missoula, the jury's still out on him. But I trust the players. That's why I upped the unit size on it. So in case if that talks anybody on or off the game, I just wanted to add those 2 cents. But I do strongly believe that we're gonna see a Game 7 in this series.
Yep. I won't even add anything to it, man. Godspeed, you up?
What up?
What up, man? How you?
Doing good. How you
I'm
doing?
good, bro. What you looking at for today?
I'm doing a quick recap on RJ Barrett. He didn't cash me in the first quarter yesterday, man. He had 3 attempts, 2 threes. He could have cashed me with the 2 threes and then the layup that he missed. And he picked up 2 quick fouls, so we had to sit down. But he did cash me on the over 19.5 and it's 25. Should have had 30, but he missed a lot of shots. But I'll live. But the green is green. I was in profit, so that's cool. I got a lane for the night. It's not official yet. It was Joel Embiid, 10 first quarter points. He did it in 3 out of 4 games this series. In each of them 3 games, he had 12 points. But the Rob Will news kind of got me thinking. In the season, Rob Will and Embiid matched up one game where Rob Will started, and Embiid had 6 first quarter points. But the way that Rob Will been playing defense, they've been putting him on PJ Tucker and I think they're gonna try to let PJ Tucker shoot. And Rob Will was kind of like the floater, helping on defense and everything, trying to close to the rim. So that kind of got me thinking about taking PJ Tucker threes as well. I mean, he at home, role players play better. If you're gonna play PJ, you gotta hit the shot. So it's a strong lead for me. Embiid 10 first quarter points, and then PJ Tucker threes. And another thing is Al Horford threes. The volume is crazy. Like I said, volume. That's all I want from a shooter. If you're gonna let him fly, hey, you're in the NBA for a reason. I expect you to do your thing and knock him down. But when Al Horford played against the 76ers and Rob Will started at the 5, he actually hit 5 threes in Philly that game as well. So that's a strong lean. I still think Al Horford going to get some time at the 5. And Philly give up threes to, Embiid ain't stepping like that and guarding the 3. And they also gave up threes to power forwards all season, which is what Al Horford will be today. So I think it's a strong lead, unofficial for me. I got an SUPX on my page, plus 1,400. Y'all can take a look at that if y'all want to. I ain't going to go through all of it on here, but just a couple lanes for me, non-official, other than that SUPX because of the Rob Will news.
Okay. Hey, that's some really good insight too as well, Godspeed. I appreciate you sharing that. Going back and doing your homework on that for us, my brother.
What's up?
Ben, you up next, man. What's going on?
Chris, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How about yourself?
To anybody in here who's got money on the Sixers tonight, good luck to you. Celtics taking the shit tonight. There's no doubt about it. I like betting on good teams that got blown out recently. You know, I believe in Tatum to take that next step as the alpha, like you were talking about. I think we see a really, really big effort for him tonight, especially on just overall just impact on the game. You know, I played the Celtics first half full game at plus 120. I played the Celtics first half at -1, and I played the Celtics full game at -2. I like Tatum rebounds plus assists, but that 15.5 at plus 105 or that 14.5 at -140, I don't like those lines, so I got a little creative with it. I went 9 rebounds and 4 assists for Tatum at -110. So I just like that better. He's clearing this rebound number easily when he's not in foul trouble this series, and he's had 5 assists in each game that he's gotten his full allotment of minutes this series. So I see him getting to the 9 and the 4 pretty easily. That just gives us a little cushion off the 5 and the double-digit rebounds that he's been getting. And then I like Tatum and Embiid for 25 apiece. I saw this in other books for like -180, -185. I caught it on DK this morning for -120. So I think we're getting pretty good value there. It might be -125 now. I think there's still value there. And then tonight, I'm just going to keep rolling with the play that if it ain't broke, I'm just going to keep going to it. That's Booker, KD, and Jokic, 25 apiece. Plus 100 on DK. Again, until it don't hit, I'm just going to keep playing it every game in the series.
Makes a lot of sense to me. I feel like I saw that in a boost too. I think FanDuel got it boosted if I'm not mistaken. But that don't mean nothing though, man. You know what I mean? Like, especially in Phoenix, I feel like KD and D Book definitely got to go for 25 apiece. And I can't imagine a world where where Jokic doesn't score 25 points tonight. Given their role players typically play better at home, and he's just coming off a 50-point game. So I don't care if it's boosted or not. I like that look a lot. I like that look a lot.
We got that last game even with those guys getting subbed out with 5 minutes left and KD not playing super efficient.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we get the 25 from all easy. I mean, if you wanted to ladder up and stay 30 from all of them for a nice plus money, I wouldn't talk you off that either. I might put a little bit on that as well.
Sounds like Ben, sounds like a stars will be stars parlay. If you take all 5 of them, right? You take Tatum, Embiid, Booker, KD, and Jokic all to score 25 today. Pretty safe too, I think, right?
I think you could take them all for 30.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean you're right. You're right. I might play around with that one a little bit. Okay.
I mean, if you're asking me, I'm not betting against any of them going for 30, which means I probably like them all going for 30.
Absolutely. I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you there.
So, no, but that's what I'm on tonight. I think we get maximum effort from Tatum. He's been a better home scorer than road scorer, but obviously he's scored well in the playoffs in both environments. But the whole season he was elite on the boards on the road. So I wanted to try to get on that in some capacity.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot, Ben. Appreciate you sharing the insight, man. I hope you cash them. Finesse, back to you, and then Uncut, and then we getting up out of here. What up, Finesse?
Yeah, I apologize, bro.
No, you good. You good.
You mentioned boost and shit. You know how I feel about that, but DK's offering a boost. Jaylen Brown 20 plus points. I think it's boosted to plus 100. It's a $50 max. Put $50 on that shit and double your money real quick. I mean, that's easy as it gets, bro.
Yeah. So for some reason, I feel like they're not gonna have trouble. He's not gonna have trouble getting the ball tonight. We'll see how it happens. We'll see how it goes. But I don't know. I kind of feel that way too, Finesse. We'll see though. We shall see, man. We, like you said, we done did this show. I feel like we done did this show a couple times, Finesse. Like this is reminiscent of shows that we done in the past for sure. Let me come to Uncut. I know you've been waiting for a minute. What's up, Uncut?
What's good, my guy?
How you doing, man?
Shit, pretty good, man. I'm at the sportsbook watching all these people take the Celtics all day long. I can't talk y'all off of it, but man, it just seems a little too free. But I'm not gonna talk anybody off of it. What I'm looking at today, I'm doing a little bit of a parlay. I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump into it real quick. I'm looking at it's 3-legger. It's the under 221.5 in the Celtics game. It's adjusted alternate line. 76ers plus 12.5, and then Jason Tatum 25 points. That is plus 145 on DraftKings currently. The reason I like it, the under is currently they open at 212.5. It moved down to 211.5. So we're seeing some reverse line movement on that, which is interesting because it's being reported that like 83% of the money, 81% of the bets are on the over, but it moved from 212 to 211. I'm assuming that's because of the Robert Williams play. So I like that. And then my long shot, I'll go ahead and use Dream's, little vocab that he uses. My blunt money bet for today, I'm going to use those same three things. So the under 221.5, the Celtics 76ers game, 76ers plus 12.5, Tatum 25 points. And then I'm going to put it that same game parlay with the next game. And I'm going to put in D-Book 25 points. His line's at 31.5. KD 25 points. His line's at 30.5. And then the Nuggets plus 11.5. So if you put all six of those together, that gives you plus 349. I just feel like all those things have to happen. I'm also looking at the under in that first game. Like I said, the reverse line movement. It's been really interesting to see what they're doing with this line because the last three games, they've opened it at the same exact number. It was 213.5 for all three games, right? The first game, it goes over, it goes 216. The second game, it goes over 231. The third game, it goes over 218. And so it was interesting that they opened it at 212 this time, despite going over last game. And now you see even more reverse line movement, dropping it down to 211. So those are my plays for today. Yeah, best of luck to everybody.
Hey, best of luck, Uncut. Got some nice little same game parlays if anybody into that type of thing, for sure. Yeah, and let me get Scarface up real quick. I know Scarface typically quick. I got to get off here, but I do want to hear what he got to say, and I know he kind of tried to join earlier as well. Scarface, the mic is yours, my brother. What's going on? Can you hear me? Scarface, can you hear me? Man, say you've been on hold so long you fell asleep. Let me come to Pluto real quick, and then we'll get up out of here. Pluto, what's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Yo.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Not much, man. I'll be quick because it dropped me earlier. I don't know what happened, but I think mostly a lot of people on point tonight, so it's not much to talk about. I'm not playing Boston, but I do think they get the win. I'm not scared at everybody on them because it's a must-win spot. I don't think that Philly's necessarily the better team. Either way, Boston tonight. Tatum rebounds over 9.5. He's definitely banging that line out. It wouldn't surprise me if he get 12 plus boards tonight. Ton of minutes, ton of opportunities. I like the Horford looks on the 3-pointers. Those all look good to me, and I like Aaron Gordon to hit 1-3. 1-3 is his line over 0.5 is his line around like minus 136. I caught it. He's hit a 3, I think 4 to 5 games, 7 of his 10 playoff games. Aaron Gordon hit a 1-3 for us. Only thing I did really want to come up and say, my main thing was, I hear a lot of people mentioning Robert Williams because he is starting tonight, obviously. But I think more so that's just to set the tone for the game. Set the tone for Boston and how they're going to play the game. We got to remember it still is Robert Williams. So he could get injured at any point. Embiid is a monster. He could pick up 2 quick fouls. And even when Robert Williams starts, he's only going to play roughly maybe 20 or so minutes per game. So, them Horford looks at the 5 and Tatum rebounds, Horford threes, all that. I still think those all have a great chance of hitting. So that's all I say.
Okay. Oh, no, I like it. I like it a lot, man. Best of luck to you, Pluto. I hope you catch the look tonight. Real quick, 3-time in the chat. He said, does anyone think we can win the series tonight? He a Philly fan. Does anyone think that we can win the series? And I said I think that the Philly can win this series. I just don't think that the Celtics go out the way that they, I don't think they end it out tonight. And what I'll say, even if Boston wins this game, the Celtics will be, of course, a big favorite in game 7. Probably so big, the line will probably be so big for the Celtics that nobody will want to take it. So that's the win for y'all 3-time. The spread, y'all probably cover the spread in game 7. That's what I feel like. So I don't know if y'all win the game, but anything can happen in the game 7. So Just in quick recap, I want to thank all the speakers as always for coming up and dropping the info. Frag started us off. Dream got looks. Check his page out. Check out his YouTube. Game gave out some looks. Mitch gave out a little 2-leg defensive parlay with Tatum and Embiid. Great White gave out some looks. Ben gave out a few looks. Then Uncut just gave out a little 3-leg parlay, and so did Pluto and a couple people in between as well. So shout out to everybody who came through. If you're new to the show, 5:30 Eastern time, I do these Monday through Friday. We just try to cash, man. We just trying to cash. For all my plays when I actually put them in write-ups, you guys can join my YouTube channel. It is $5.99 a month. I don't know what you can get for $5.99 a month, but $5.99 a month is all it is. And like I said, it gives you access to all my plays immediately as soon as I place the bets. And that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Best of luck tonight. My 3 plays, like I said, I am on Boston. I don't know anything about this last game. I'll see how it goes. Maybe a live bet, but I do like Boston today. Like I said, I took them in the trifecta, first quarter, first half, and in full game, I took the money line. And then I'm riding with Marcus Smart, man. Give me the dog. Over 21.5 points, rebounds, and assists tonight. Best of luck to everybody. Enjoy the games, man. Hope you guys cash your tickets. I will be back tomorrow to talk about my Los Angeles Lakers looking to close out the Golden State Warriors. Does the dynasty end tomorrow? We will have to wait. Hit the like button for me on the way out. Best of luck on your best tonight, man. And like I said, enjoy the games, everybody. I'm out.